Hi, this is Jocelyn, and this is what the Lord has done for me. So I've seen God's hand guide my life during every step of the way. So He led me to become a nurse, and in my job, I work in a hospital, which I consider my mission field for now until God shows me something else. And I wanted to share this testimony with you. There was a time where I walked into the hospital. It was 7 a.m. I was going to get reports about one of the patients that was in hospice. This patient was about 50 years old. She had had a previous stroke, so she was able to get out of the hospital and she went to a rehab center. In the rehab, she had a heart attack, and they didn't find her until 30 to 40 minutes later. Whenever they did find her, they did CPR, they brought her to the hospital, but she was already in a comatose state where she did move her eyes to let you know that she was understanding what you were saying, but she couldn't talk. She had a trach to be able to breathe. She would sometimes tear up. So that morning, they told me, you're going to take care of this patient that's on hospice, meaning that she has a few days to live. And when I walk there, I see that Pastor Doug Batchelor was preaching on TV. I have never seen an Adventist channel in that hospital, and I had never seen an Amazing Facts sermon in a channel too. She's not able to switch the channels, so I thought it was providential that she was listening to that sermon that morning. After that, I said, well, this is my opportunity. After the sermon was done, I got to pray with her. I spoke to her about Jesus, about how he died on the cross for her and how he was willing to forgive her sins and to make her completely new. When I was saying that, she would tear up. And after I prayed with her, I came back 5 minutes later and she had already passed away. In the room, you could sense like this feeling of peace, overwhelming peace. And in my mind, I think that I think it's very possible that I will see her in heaven. So with that, I encourage every one of you to bring Jesus to your site of work. Sometimes as nurses in the hospital, we can say, oh, but we're not allowed to pray. And we are allowed to pray as long as the patient permits it. So we can always find a way to share Jesus, to bring him to others. We don't necessarily have to go to different countries to be a missionary. We can be a missionary right where God has us. So I hope that this testimony can be a blessing to every single one of you. Thank you.